Transhumanism. The future of the human race is a merger of man and machine, transhumanism. We are already several phases into this master plan, and humans are not aware as it's intended to move slowly as to not cause a disturbance or awakening in human consciousness. Nevertheless, there is no denying or escaping the future of transhumanism, as it has already been heavily integrated into human consciousness, beginning in ancient times. This is the intended outcome for this world after all. Human beings in this dimension have been destined to merge with machine. The path to the merger is what's desirable for analysis and observation. Of course, there would be many casualties along the way, filled with corruption and greed, and things won't always turn out the way it's expected. Yet, this future is what's destined for the human race, and we are on the path to achieving it. Why are we on this path, and what is contributing to it? The reason we are headed on this path are deeper than the convenience used to promote modern technology. The human mind and ego is incapable of understanding this deeper meaning, so let's be simple for now. The powers of this world have a driving force of merging humans with machines. There are several reasons for this, and the package is advertised as convenience. Imagine the convenience of being able to easily check your email, schedule appointments, check the weather, and so on. Convenient, right? That is what your phone is for after all. But what happens when this technology is directly integrated into your environment? For instance, talking to your phone, talking to home assistants, such as the surveillance devices Amazon Alexa and Google Home. What happens then when this technology is part of you, with the ability to have access to the vast amount of information on the internet with just your mind? Convenient, no? Of course it is, and that's what the package is sold as. Even kitchen appliances and lights are being able to connect wirelessly to the internet with, again, the advertised convenience. Imagine the convenience of looking inside your fridge and seeing if you have all the ingredients to make dinner tonight. Or maybe you left a light on and need to turn it off remotely. Or even better, turning up the heat remotely without needing to get up off the couch, or without even being home to ensure it's warm when you return. Technology also greatly appeals to those who are lonely and need a companion. Sex robots and artificial reality, companions, and sex are but a few examples. Imagine being so alone in this physical world, having no one to talk to or love, yet you have a robotic companion that will always listen and love you no matter what. And what about a virtual world that you can create for yourself where you are loved by many? All physical problems you have in this physical domain don't exist in the virtual world you have created for yourself. Yet, you are totally unaware of how to change your physical reality existence and experiences to match what is represented in the virtual world. I'm sure it all sounds too good to be true. But all these things actually exist and will become widely accessible in the years to come. You pay for equipment to be installed in your home that will monitor and track you. The company who sold you the device is being paid to track you, giving up privacy for the sake of convenience. Underneath the surface is constant surveillance with the intention to secure the world from crimes and terrorism, or so it is claimed. Monitoring our activity is nothing new. We have been constantly spied on via video and audio listening devices implanted in our computers, cell phones, televisions, DVR cable boxes, electronic devices, smart meters, electronic outlets, and so on. But to secure the world of crime, surveillance is used to stop it in its tracks. If you want privacy, then you are, unfortunately, out of luck, since there is absolutely none in the modern world. All of your browsing history on your computer is monitored by your internet service provider. If you truly think you are protected, even blocking your camera and microphone, using private networks, and covering your tracks online, then again, you are living in a fantasy. Audio and facial recognition tracks and monitors you to analyze your human data to make the robot smarter and more human-like. In fact, your cell phone that you carry with you at all times tracks, listens, and monitors your every movement, action, and conversation, and you give it permission to do so. This is all to understand humans better so machines can simulate the human experience. What other reason are we constantly surveilled? A large portion of it is also to sell advertising to you. Have you ever been talking with someone about a certain product or something you need, and then see advertisements for it on Facebook or television? They are listening to you. Privacy is a big part of the transhumanist plan, since the little privacy you may think you have now will become blatantly, completely non-existent in the very near future. Your very thoughts and your 5 senses will be monitored and artificially created. This technology can make you see and hear things that don't actually exist, or worse, work against you by providing false information that could wrongfully get you accused of a crime you didn't commit. This could be easily done by hackers when the technology becomes mainstream. Why this transhumanist plan though? What is the real reason underneath convenience and advances in technology so humans can control their own evolution at a faster rate than natural selection can? The reason for a transhumanist future is to limit human consciousness and replace it with artificial intelligence. By removing the physical body from the equation, humans would be able to customize their body. Diseases, both physical and mental, will cease to exist. Yet due to how human consciousness is expressed in this physical domain, technology will replace it, and thus diversity in the human spirit expressed via this physical domain will cease to exist. There are several mechanisms used to merge humans with technology. All of these are based on corrupt political powers and fraudulent science. GMOs, CRISPR, pesticide residue in food and water, fluoride, chemtrails, vaccines, and medications are some covert parts of the transhumanist plan to hybridize humans with animals and technology. Gender variance and the push towards gender neutrality is another phase of the transhumanist plan by first merging genders and soon eliminate them entirely, to create a genderless society that would then become dependent on science to create new life and reproduce via genetically modified humans. Geoengineering of our planet is another step to create an artificial world we live in. All of these are already either fully implemented or becoming integrated into the world at a pace that you wouldn't recognize them. An example, television often brainwashes the public, especially biased news media. This is the beginning phase. From there, you're exposed to toxic air that is being sprayed with chemicals from the sky, consume genetically modified foods, in addition to water and foods with toxic pesticides, fluoride, and other chemicals specifically targeted to inhibit one's intuition, psychic abilities, and spiritual expression in this physical domain. This wall that has formed between the human spirit and the physical body becomes stronger with each generation. Many people these days don't even know how to get in touch with their consciousness, their higher self, and the true origin of why they are having this physical experience, and thus dismiss it entirely. But you see, this is the plan after all. Science is used to invalidate any experiences that cannot be proven scientifically. These include the very nature of human existence and intuition. All powers that lie dormant within us, even those that have awakened, cannot be explained via science, and thus don't exist according to the scientific method, and thus will be eliminated and replaced in the future. This is to make way for real science to promote the transhumanism agenda. The human spirit, soul, consciousness is slowly being phased out due to the merger of man and machine. The human spirit cannot be replicated, and thus will dissipate in favor of machines with artificial intelligence. Universal energy, unexplainable by science, is slowly but surely being displaced. It's obvious when you look at it, and the chronic illnesses brought about by the foods devoid of nutrients and vital energy. GMOs are a perfect example of this, as they are devoid of this valuable energy that is naturally present from the earth. But GMOs are not to blame. In fact, most foods processed in factories without positive intentions, such as corporate greed and cost-cutting efforts, lack vital energy that keeps our bodies alive. Pesticides and herbicides are used with negative intentions and energy to rid the world of positivity and free thinking via this food supply. Many people are not thankful for the food and drinks they consume daily and or eat for negative reasons, thus leading to negative energy in the body. By limiting human freedom and uniqueness, it's easier to control the population. A transhumanist future intends to merge the vast expression of life into one singular being. A transhumanist future doesn't include diversity, but oneness. It's that very oneness we desire with other human beings in this world that is the end goal, but through technology. Human beings, our spirits, our consciousness, will cease to exist in the transhumanist future and will be replaced by integrating ourselves with technology. Artificial intelligence will be the future of human consciousness. An example, we use technology daily and are extremely dependent on it to remind us of appointments and other things we may have forgotten. Technology and social media are designed to limit human consciousness, memory, attention span, and replace it with instant gratification. Instead of thinking about something for more than a few seconds, we pull out our phone and immediately look for the answer. We want to know the weather, and instead of basing it off our innate ability to connect with this earth, we use technology, science, to give us answers. When we use the app to look inside our fridge to see what foods we have, we do it because we have no memory of what we purchased and have used. Technology drives human intuition and psychic capabilities away and replaces it with dependency on the text and visuals on our mobile devices and computer screens. All because phenomena that is innate to human consciousness cannot be explained via the scientific method. Instead of growth of human intellect via natural means, machines will substitute what humans will increasingly lack in generations to come. This dependency on technology is essential at promoting the transhumanist agenda. In fact, it's already heavily integrated into the current generation that is living today. This dependency on technology will convert human consciousness into artificial intelligence. Corporate greed and profit must also be kept in mind, since it also displaces our privacy for the sake of convenience. By patenting DNA and genes, such as what's done with GMOs, corporations will be able to own your baby because they own the DNA present in your baby. But you'll be able to customize your child the way you want them, for a fee that is. Modern technology, due to the slow evolution of the human race, has increased rates of cancer, autoimmune diseases, and chronic conditions that science tends to be unable to explain. But it's clear that these issues are because we have seen a rapid evolution of the human race. Instead of nature, which is slow and doesn't make mistakes, humans control their evolution and alter their DNA. That, combined with the toxic synthetic chemicals in our environment that our bodies are not used to, are making us chronically ill. But do not fear, technology will save us. That's what is promised after all. Humans cause the issues with the planet and its inhabitants, and have a technological solution that is patented and owned by a company. Humans play God with this world as if they know all about how it operates, yet are totally at a loss at how us physical domain creatures are connected to a much greater energy source that science cannot explain. A transhumanist future is inevitable. There is no avoiding it. If you try staying hidden in the shadows, being paranoid of surveillance, it will achieve nothing. If you speak up against the agenda, it will get nowhere. Whatever you do, there is no resisting or denying the future of the human race. All we can do is understand why and have no fear. Watch the proceedings and understand the reasons they are happening. Please check out these informative resources.